Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to another day in PE. Sorry, this video is posting so late. I was actually in a classroom today helping out, so I did not get back to my room until just a few minutes ago. So we're going to do yoga first. We're going to do check mark, clamshell, W, and we're going to try to do bench. This is a harder one. And then we're going to read what a few of you have asked for, the Gingerbread Girl. So make sure if you want to hear the story that you hang around. All right, these four are all sitting ones. So I'm actually going to, there we go. Okay. There. Now you can see me a little bit better. So we're going to start with the check mark. So sit tall with your legs straight out in front of you, so nice and tall. Move your right foot in to rest along the inside of your thigh, so like that. Bend forward at your hips over your left leg and stretch your hands toward your left foot. Okay, that's called the clamshell. All right, so remember, you're sitting straight, legs straight out in front of you. Take your right leg, bend it and put it on the inside of your left thigh. And then you're going to take your hands and stretch over your left leg toward your foot. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go back to straight position. And now we're going to keep our right leg straight. We're going to bend our left leg in to touch the inside of our thigh. Try and keep that toe pointed up, not out, right? Like that, up, okay? And then you're going to reach to your right foot. And we're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. This is called the clamshell, or sorry, check mark. So we're making a check mark with our legs. Check mark. Sorry, clamshell is the next one we're doing. So the clamshell, again, you sit tall with your legs straight out in front of you. Stretch your hands towards the ceiling and then bend forward at your hips. Okay, you'll feel it along the back parts of your legs. If you have trouble straightening your legs all the way down, you can take a rolled up towel and put it right underneath your knees. Okay, and that'll help. But if you can, just let your legs go straight, toes pointed up, reach towards the ceiling, and then bend down towards your toes. Like a clamshell, right? Like a clamshell. All right, so let's up, come down to your toes, and let's count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come back. So that's clamshell. So we've done check mark, clamshell. Now we're going to do the W. So sit tall with your legs straight out in front of you. Open your legs wide and place your hands on the floor in front of you. Slowly bend forward at your waist. Keep your back straight and bend as forward as you can. So some of you might only be able to go to here. It'll start hurting. Some of you might be able to go a lot further. This is called the W. So legs, start off with the legs together. Move your legs wide. And then you're not bending your back over. Your back stays straight and bending at the waist right here forward. All right, let's do 10. This one kind of hurts, doesn't it? Do you guys feel that? It feels good though. Stretch those muscles out. All right, let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come back up and just relax for a minute, and then we're going to do it again. See if you can go further this time, but don't hurt yourself. So if it hurts, stop. Back up a little bit. It should just feel a little bit uncomfortable. That should not hurt. If it hurt, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the W. And this last one is bench. So sit tall with your legs straight out in front of you, bend your knees and place your feet on the floor like this, straight in front of you. Place your hands on the floor behind you with your fingertips pointed towards your feet. So my fingers are going to point towards my feet, and then I'm going to come up. Okay, everybody see that? So feet together, flat on the ground, knees bent. Put my hands behind me with my fingers facing that way, not this way. Fingers facing forward and lift. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you can't do to 10, that's okay. Do it to 5. If you can't do it at all, that's okay. You can also take some folded up towels and just set them underneath you so you have something to rest on. That's fine too. All right, one more time. So again, feet are pointed straight. Fingers are going to be pointed towards my feet like that. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that one is called bunch. I wore jeans today because I knew I was going to be in a classroom, so it's kind of harder to do yoga in jeans. So I'm sure some of you know that because you do it probably from home. So that's bench. See how the feet and hands are both pointed the same way. If you're having trouble, you can put towels underneath you, either underneath your hands or underneath your waist. Okay. And then we did W. We did clamshell. Remember on that one, if you have trouble laying your legs flat, you can just stick a towel right underneath. And then check mark. All right, so that is it for PE. You can keep practicing those. We will do these again. We're going to do a couple more yoga poses tomorrow, and then we'll probably practice some more of those. Well, we won't have next week, will we? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll practice those again tomorrow and then add like 2 more. And now we're ready to read our Gingerbread Girl. So if you don't want to hang out for the story, you're good. You can X out and mark done. If you do, I'd love to have you listen to the story with us. The Gingerbread Girl. Now we've read the Gingerbread Boy, the Gingerbread Man, and Gingerbread Baby, right? Or Gingerbread Man and Gingerbread Baby. I don't remember. Something like that. So today we're going to read the Gingerbread Girl. And then I also have the Gingerbread Girl Goes Animal Crackers. See all these gingerbread books? There's so many to choose from. I have a whole collection because I love them so much. All right, the Gingerbread Girl. Let's see what's the same and different about this story. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. Let's bake again, suggested the old man one morning. But what if the same thing happens? Cried the old lady. I couldn't bear the loss. Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away, answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it. They dressed it with as many candies as would fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. She is sweet, gasped the woman as she slid the cookie into the oven. While the lovely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked remembering the gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. Excuse me, boys and girls. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." So she ran too. So far, it's pretty much the same. As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey, farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Further down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. The story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." On down the path, she came upon an artist, a masterpiece good enough to eat, the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past, laughing. "I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." I'm skipping a page. Hold on. There we go. Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily, "Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk." But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, "Chase if you want. I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet and I only have 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, their group was soon in line with the others, hearing, "You're joining the chase? The more the merrier. But no one can stop me. Not hound, not terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Now the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie" were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with their teachers, and as she sang, "I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that same devious fox? "Hello, my pretty," crooned the fox. "I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you across the river. Just jump onto my tail." The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper, "Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me. That's all I implore." The fox chuckled. "I promise, my sweet little tidbit." And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on, the fox dove in the water and ready ready for a fabulous feast. "Oh, the water is so deep. Move on to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," the fox said with a snicker. Oh my, the water is deeper. Now move on to my head. No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. You're right, she whispered in the fox's ear. I am good. The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd, riding the fox like a bucking bronco. The gingerbread girl whizzed past, singing, he'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Did the fox eat her? The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl. The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfox the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. That was a fun one. So did she get eaten? No, she tricked him, huh? All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.